You might wanna buckle up, baby.
Punch it, I'm Jacob, and welcome to Lightspeed. The end of the latest episode of the Acolyte raised a lot of questions about the mysterious dark side user, simply known as the Stranger. Personally, I wasn't too surprised to realize that it was qi'mir underneath that mask, but nonetheless, him taking out every single Jedi except for Soul proved that he is a threat not to be taken lightly. However, this wasn't the biggest surprise of the episode, as there was something very small that stuck out to me and many others. If you listen closely, you can actually hear a hint of Kylo Ren's theme at the end of the episode. And needless to say, the internet is going wild with speculation. But why would this musical cue return in a show set hundreds of years before the sequel trilogy? I guess you could say that somehow the Knights of Ren returned. I'm definitely not the first person to put this theory out there, but I wholeheartedly believe that qi'mir might be a founding member of the Knights of Ren. Or better yet, the founding member, and there's a few reasons why. For one, his terrifying mask looks to be reforged in the exact same way that Kylo Ren's was in The Rise of Skywalker. 2. qi'mir tells Soul that the Jedi Order might refer to him as a Sith. He's incredibly vague with how he describes himself and where exactly his allegiances lie. In canon, the Knights of Ren were Force-sensitive beings, using it to further justify their power-hungry way of life, taking whatever they pleased and using their abilities however they wanted to. Something that qi'mir almost tells Soul verbatim on Kofar. The Stranger wields a red lightsaber blade, and although it's almost impossible to fully compare, from what we can make out, it looks eerily similar to the Ren, or at least in my opinion. The Ren was a red lightsaber blade wielded by whomever was leading the Knights of Ren at the time, and was a symbol of power and leadership for the group until it was eventually discarded after being won by Ben Solo on the Mind Moon. Granted, for what it's worth, that lightsaber is single-bladed and the Strangers can be split into two, but maybe one half of that blade gets lost or broken and eventually becomes the Ren as time goes on. And obviously this is all speculation, like maybe this week's episode will completely discard this theory. But as of right now, the sequel trilogy fan in me hopes that this is indeed true, as it would add even more depth to honestly one of the most mysterious groups to come out of the unknown regions. Also, any chance that I get to recommend the Rise of Kylo Ren comics, I'll gladly take, and if you haven't read those comics before, I honestly can't recommend them enough. And honestly, I also just love talking about my favorite dark side fraternity. But what do you think? Do you think that qi'mir is a Sith Lord? Do you think he's a Knight of Ren? Do you think he's somehow both? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, as always, I have a Discord server where we talk about all things Star Wars, and if you want to join that, you will find the link in the description down below as well. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and until the next video, may the Force be with you.